up, everybody? My name's Austin and this is Austin's Off-Road Garage. Welcome to today's video. We're just doing a quick little mod on the rear of my 4Runner here today. This right here is my license plate, obviously, and it keeps falling off. So we're gonna fix that today. Let's jump right in. All right, so what we got going on here is, this is a 4Xinnovations swing out, and I'm having issues with my license plate. So let's start off here. A couple years ago, I was down wheeling in southern Utah, and I came off a big ledge, and you mount the license plate originally to here, at least I did, and obviously that's pretty low, and I ripped my license plate right off. Came home and I was like, all right, I want to put it in the spare tire because I like that. It's out of the way, can't rip it off. So what I did is I thought I was being kind of smart, and I put this thing on a magnet. This used to be a MIG torch holder from Harbor Freight. Well, this is just a little too heavy for the magnet and didn't work, and it keeps falling off. I had a bunch of zip tied here. So yeah, there's that. I mean, if this was like made out of aluminum or something, I think we would have no issues. But let me show you guys what we're gonna do to combat this problem. What we're gonna be doing is we got some 1/2" square, some 1" square. We're gonna cut this down to length, weld it to the spare tire carrier. This 1/2" is gonna slide inside this 1", and then we're gonna use these quick release pins so that I can just take these off, pull these pins real quick, slide the license plate off, and then slide my spare off the truck. Makes it so it's a permanent mounting location. There's no magnets, nothing like that, and it can still access my spare really easily. So we're gonna pull the spare off, we'll pull the license plate off, and sadly we're gonna have to grind off this beautiful powder coat. And yeah, I used to actually run mud flaps on that truck in the same way, so I think it will work great. So we're gonna pull some rough measurements right here. It's hard to tell on camera, but just kind of side-eyeing it. I think we'll run that about, that 1" piece about 5 inches long. All right, so we got both our pieces cut. You can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about now. So this is gonna weld onto here, and then, well no, this is gonna weld to the spare tire carrier. And we're gonna weld this piece on here, and then this one will just slide in and out of this one. We'll put a pin through both of them. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is cut this off, and then we're gonna get that piece welded on here. All right, we've got that all cleaned up. Looks good. Grab this piece like so. We'll just tack it for now to see if we actually like it. She's naked. Alrighty. Next step, we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna clean it up. Not too much because I don't want to ruin that. Too much of that beautiful powder coat there. We are gonna be painting this, but you know, powder coat's not cheap. Just like that. Gives us a nice clean surface to weld to. All right, so I have found center. Kind of know where I'm gonna put this. Kind of just went off of where the dirt marks were. Just kind of did a little measuring that way. We're just gonna put one small tack on this thing. And then we're gonna test fit it all. Make sure she's working good. All right, so we got our piece to the tire carrier mounted on there, as you can see. And we've got our piece welded onto the license plate bracket. And just like that. That's how that's gonna work. This is how baby license plates are made. So let's put that spare tire back on, get a little bit of a workout doing that, and then we'll final weld everything if we like it. My only concern is it's going to be a little rattly, so we'll have to figure out how to fix that. But it's working so far. Real quick, just want to share my way of doing this. Tires are not light, especially when they're mounted to a wheel and they're big heavy mud terrain. I'm not a super beefcake, but this is how I've done it after years of doing it. So I grab it on the lip of the wheel and I'm going to roll it up onto my left leg. I'm going to rotate the tire. I'm going to kind of squat, rotate it onto both legs. Then I'm going to bear hug it and I'm going to put it on the studs. I'll go as slow as I can. So lift, you're going to rotate it like so, lift it up, and then align it on your wheel studs. There you go. Save yourself every time. My back still feels good. Got a little bit of a workout. Pro tips from Austin. Well, look at that. Check that out. Works perfect. Doesn't stick out very far. Slides out. And I made sure to leave enough room to where I can get my hand in here and pull that pin out. That actually worked out slick. All right, so our next steps are gonna be get this nice and square because the tack kind of knocked it out of square. Fully weld this. Fully weld the one on the license plate. And we'll throw some paint on it. And we'll be good to go. Let me know if you guys like these little tips and tricks on how to like make things a little bit better than they came. This has been a big problem. I was out wheeling on New Year's Day and decided to get a little Western, and we were going pretty fast, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, hey, you lost something, and my license plate was tumbling down the trail. I've also lost it in the middle of the road driving down to get a drink or something like that. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm stoked that we are getting it done today. So if you like these kinds of things, the small little things that I'm not really sure how to make a video out of, please let me know. Like the other day, I installed rock lights on my 4Runner, but I'm like, it's pretty basic. I don't know. So let me know if you guys want to know everything I do to the 4Runner or just like really big projects. Cause I don't know. Anyway, let's get some welding done and finish this project up. Another side note real quick is I know you're expecting long travel videos, but I'm still waiting on a few parts. Also, these things are not cheap, so keep that in mind. But we are gonna be starting those very soon. I was hoping to hopefully start this week, but just some things didn't work out. So be patient with me, but it is coming. Well guys, the stupid GoPro, the SD card errored out. I've had more problems with that with this camera than anything. But there you go. There's the finished product. We got our pin in there. The only problem is now it's gonna be rattly. But I mean, we driving 20-year-old rattle box over here anyway, so who really cares? I got this finished up. Got everything fully welded, painted. Got the pin in. Check this out. I figured out how to quiet this thing down. Listen, doesn't even move at all. And this is how I did it right here. These are like little rubber bumpers you put on like the corner of your cabinets in your kitchen. Just so happened to work out perfectly for what I needed it to do. I put one at the very end here because when I put this in, it was falling, like the end would tip up. And then I put one right here because this pushed it down. It was still rattling like a little bit right here. So I don't know why that came to me. I was just thinking like rubber, quiet, and I needed something thin. And I was like, you know what would work perfect? Those little cabinet bumpers. So let's put everything back together and finish this up. So how I'm able to disconnect my license plate is I got this little waterproof 2-wire connector here. Feed it through the wheel. I got the rest of the pigtail on the license plate. So we'll just slide this guy in here. Remove this a little bit. Of course it catches on everything. We'll do up our connection. Grab our pin. It's really dark in there. I can't quite see it. There we go. Fighting me a little bit. Maybe we'll put that in through the other way so it don't ever fall out. How about that? Need to fix that piece there, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I think that connection goes on the bottom. There we have it, guys. Quick disconnect license plate for a spare tire on this 4Xinnovations rear bumper here. I think that turned out pretty slick. Let me turn the, oh hey, check that out. Let me turn the license plate light on real quick. There you go. These are just some like cheap LED license plate lights I found on Amazon. Yeah, I like that. That turned out pretty good. Oh yeah. Now we just got a rattly high lift. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. Don't forget that we sell merch. There'll be a link down in the description below. Hopefully there's long travel videos to come here shortly. Just working out some logistics between getting parts cut out and stuff like that. So be patient. And we'll see you guys on the trail next time. I appreciate it. See you later.